Hi students, welcome to Commerce 1. In our previous class, we were discussing about the business activities. I told you that if you want to earn money with the help of business activities, what you can do. The first one was industry, means where you produce goods. Okay, according to our requirement, according to our capacity, according to our investment, we can establish various industries like making of goods, that is called manufacturing industry, construction of buildings, some structures called construction industry. Okay, then extracting goods from the nature, that is called extractive industry, genetic industry, poultry, nurseries, etc. is called as genetic industry where you generate goods. So like that we have got different types of industries. According to our capacity, according to our knowledge, according to our interest, you can start any form of industry. So in industry, we produce goods, we manufacture goods. Now what we have to do? After manufacturing of goods, we have to sell it to the customers. So yesterday I told you, trade is defined as buying and selling of goods with an objective of earning profit. I have given some example also, like a manufacturer manufacturing fans, ACs or something, then he has to sell it to customer. So trader is a bridge between the manufacturer and the customer. So that's how I have written here. Trade, it is defined as buying and selling of goods, even services also. Buying and selling of goods and services. Okay. So the person who is engaged in trade, the person who carries out trade means buying from one person and selling to other person, that businessman is called as trader. So very simple. If you are capable of taking risk, you have got heavy investment, you go for manufacturing of goods. Okay, you plan something, what to produce, it is your wish. You manufacture the mobile phones, you manufacture a shirt, you manufacture the furniture, okay, you construct the buildings, it is your wish, according to your capacity. Suppose if you are not capable of doing that, what you can do is simply you buy the goods from someone else who has produced and sell it to the customer at higher price, then make a profit. Then you are called as the trader. If you manufacture the goods, you are called as manufacturer. If you trade the goods, you are called as a trader. Clear? So the person who is engaged in or an individual who does trade is called as a trader. Now, we have got different kinds of trade. So buying and selling of goods and services to earn profit is called as trade. The person who is involved in trade is called as trader. Now, how we can classify the trade? Trade basically divided into two categories: home trade and foreign trade. What is the difference between home trade and foreign trade? Home trade is that trade. Under home trade, buyer and seller belong to same country. Okay, home trade is defined as the trade in which buyer and seller belong to same country. Means goods manufactured in India are sold in India only. Suppose if this marker is made in Karnataka, will be consumed in Telangana. Means Karnataka or Telangana, both are in India only. So within India, the main feature of home trade is both the buyer and seller belong to the same country. Belong to the same country. Okay. That means goods do not cross over the border. They don't go to other country. Within the country's boundary, like a commodity manufactured in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, may be utilized in Hyderabad. The textiles what we have designed in Hyderabad may be used in Gujarat. The cotton we may be bringing from Gujarat, Surat to Madina of old city. Okay, this is called as home trade. This home trade is also referred as domestic trade. Home trade is also called as domestic trade. Domestic means within the nation. So the trade carries out or carried out within the country is called as home trade. Here both the buyer and seller belong to the same nation. So goods manufactured in India are consumed in India only. Goods manufactured in America are consumed in America only. Goods manufactured in Pakistan are consumed in Pakistan only. So there is no problem. Buyer and seller belong to the same nation. And one more important point is you need not exchange the currency. Okay. Sometimes you may be asked to write down the differences between home trade and foreign trade. So in home trade, both the buyer and seller belong to the same country and you need not exchange the currency. Like rupees are not required to be converted into dollars. Dollars are not required to be converted into pounds. Okay, because within India, within the same country, the currency is acceptable all over the states. Say whether it is in Telangana or Gujarat or Delhi or Bombay, we use the same currency, rupee, Indian rupees only we apply. So need not convert one currency to other currency. So we follow the same rules and regulations all over the states and not many rules and regulations are there. So home trade is a bit easy, okay, easy to carry out. Clear? Now, again home trade based on the quantity of goods. Based on the quantity of goods, home trade is further divided into wholesale trade and retail trade. Home trade further based on the quantity of goods purchased and sold, we categorize, we differentiate into wholesale trade and retail trade. What is wholesale trade? By the word, by the heading itself you can understand. When goods are purchased in large quantity, and sold it to the retailer. So who is a wholesale trader? From the manufacturer. So manufacturer sells the goods to wholesaler. Wholesaler will sell it to retailer. Retailer will sell it to consumer. Consumer means who? The person who ultimately uses the product is called as consumer. Consumption. You learn in your economics. Consumption ka matlab istemal karna. See, I am the consumer of this marker. Okay. It is manufactured by somebody else. Maybe at Bangalore, maybe at Goa, maybe in Delhi, whoever it may be, wherever it may be. So, first goods are manufactured. The person who manufactures the goods is called as manufacturer. So, this person will sell it to wholesaler. So, who is the wholesaler? The person who purchases goods from manufacturer and sells it to retailer in smaller quantities. A person who purchases large quantity of goods from the manufacturer and sells them to the retailer is called as a wholesaler. So, under wholesale trade what happens? A person, a trader will buy large quantities of goods like 1000 quintals of rice, 500 benches, 500 fans, okay, 2000 tube lights, maybe 500 shades, like that large quantities of goods are purchased and they are sold to different retailers. So, these retailers in turn will sell it to customers in small quantity. It is called as indirect channel of distribution. Mane goods market, how they spread. It is called indirect channel of distribution. The manufacturer does not have link with the consumer. If the manufacturer does have link with the consumer, it becomes direct channel. But when manufacturer does not have link with the consumer, it is called indirect channel. Means first goods will go to wholesaler. From wholesaler it will go to retailer. From retailer it will go to consumer. So that is what called as wholesale trade. Okay. Here large quantity of goods are purchased from manufacturer and given it to retailer. Now with this you can understand what happens in retail trade. Retail means to cut again. Retail means to cut again. What we cut? The quantity. So what happens? A retailer will buy 100 shirts from the wholesaler. Can a customer buy 100 shirts? Can we buy some 10 spits? How many units we require? Only 1 unit. At most 2 units. Okay. So what happens? So when you approach a retailer, you will buy only 1 shirt or maximum 2 shirts. We will buy 1 pair of shoe. But the retailer will purchase some 50 pairs of shoe, some 12 dozens of markers, some 100 shirts from the wholesaler. So according to the taste of the customer, whatever the requirement of the customer, he has to fulfill. So retail trade is that in which the trader will buy goods from the wholesaler and will be supplied to the ultimate consumer. Ultimate consumer means the person who uses the product at the end. He is again not going to sell. The purpose of buying by a person is for his self purpose, then it is called as consumption. He is called as consumer. If I buy this marker for 40 rupees and sell it to other person at 60 rupees, then I am the trader. But if I buy this marker for 50 rupees to write on the board as a lecturer, I am the consumer. If we use, we become consumer. If we sell, we become the trader. Try to understand the difference. In both the places we are buying. Trader also will buy from someone else. But he purchases with an intention of selling goods to others to earn a profit. But a consumer purchases goods for his own usage. Got my point? So this is what called as, for example, you take vegetables. If you buy vegetables, you are the consumer of vegetables. Means you are taking the vegetables to home and you are making various dishes. If that is purchased by the vegetable vendor from a wholesale market in large quantities like 50 kgs of potato and 20 kgs of tomato, 30 kgs of onion, he is purchased and he established a shop, then he becomes a trader. Okay. So a businessman. But when we purchase 1 kg tomato, 1 kg potato, 2 kgs of onion, we take them to home and we use it for our purpose. Then we are called as consumers. Apani इस्तेमाल करे तो consumers. खरीद के फिर बेचे तो trader. So here, retail trade, here this person purchases goods from wholesaler and will sell it to consumer. So these are the 2 types, 2 categories under home trade. Wholesale trade and retail trade. That's enough. Then coming to foreign trade. What is foreign trade? Under foreign trade, the buyer and seller belong to 2 different countries. Okay. Under foreign trade, the buyer and seller belong to 2 different countries. Means buyer may be from India, seller may be from USA, means America. So that means an Indian is purchasing goods from America or reverse. An Indian is selling goods to an American. Like for example, this shirt is made in Hyderabad, we are selling to an American citizen. Or say this mobile was manufactured by China and we are using it. So we are the buyer. Okay, we are using this mobile. So mobile phone is made by China. So China trader is selling to Indian customer. So a Chinese trader is selling the commodity or goods to an Indian customer. So try to understand here. Buyer means the person who is purchasing, the person who is paying the price to buy the thing. खरीदने वाला उसको बोलते हैं buyer. So the person who is purchasing the goods is called as buyer. So buyer belongs to India and seller belongs to USA or China or Japan, any other country. Okay. So we are purchasing some mobiles from China, then Chinese is the seller and Indian is the buyer. So like this, when both buyer and seller belongs to two different countries or two different nations, it is called as foreign trade. Foreign trade is also called as international trade. Foreign trade is also named as international trade. We can define this as trade between two nations. Trade between two nations is called as international trade. So when buyer and seller belong to two different countries means it is the trade between two nations. So foreign trade is also called as international trade. Clear? Now, according to the nature, according to the relationship between the buyer and seller, foreign trade is classified into three categories now. So the first one is export trade. Export means selling of goods to other countries. Export means selling goods to other countries. For example, in Hyderabad, I have prepared these markers. In Hyderabad, I have manufactured these markers. Now, some American, a Japanese person, a Sri Lankan customer would like to buy this marker. Okay, whatever the reason may be, maybe this is not available in the other countries, or this is of good quality, or this is eco-friendly, whatever the reason may be. The other countries, that means the buyers of other nations would like to buy from me. So I am in Hyderabad, that is India. So from India, I am selling these markers to other people at other country. So this is what called as export. Export means selling goods to other countries. So in India, what are the various goods we export? What are the major export goods of India? Okay, we export tea, tobacco, jute, etc. In 10th class social studies you might have learnt that India is the major exporter. It has got major share in selling of tea products, tea, coffee, tobacco, jute, etc. to other nations. Because by virtue of the geographical conditions available in India, we are able to produce more tea, more tobacco, more jute. So here it is in excess. So whatever the extra goods we have, we will be able to supply to other nations. Now remember here, we are not doing this at free of cost. As we have got extra, we are not giving to others. We are not donating. We are not giving charity. All these things we are doing to earn money. So simply we are selling. We are not giving it free of cost. So selling goods to other countries is called as export trade. Example, India exports tea, tobacco, jute products, etc. Okay. Then comes import trade. Import trade, it is the reverse of this one. Buying goods from other nations. Buying goods from other countries. Suppose I am purchasing this mobile from China. Okay, this mobile is not manufactured in India. Even though it is manufactured, say it is in India, it costs around 15,000. So from a Chinese company, if it is available for 10,000, so what I will do? I will buy from a China company because I can save 5,000 rupees. So I am buying this mobile from a China company or from American company or from a Japanese company. So this product is not made in India. It is made out of. So from there I am purchasing it. So this product is manufactured by a foreigner. But I am the consumer from India. So I am buying it. So here it is called as import trade. Buying goods from other countries. Whatever the country may be. Maybe it is China, maybe it is Sri Lanka, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, whatever it may be, Russia. For example, you see in the present COVID case, Russia has manufactured a COVID vaccine. Suppose if the Indian companies and other companies do not bring vaccine on a time and Russian vaccine is good, maybe after a month, Indian government may order some 10,000 doses of vaccine from Russian companies. Then what happens? India is buying corona vaccine from Russia. So Russia is the exporter, India is the importer. So we are buying. Import means getting goods, buying goods, whether it is medicine, textiles, technology, furniture, whatever it may be. So buying goods from other countries is called as import trade. So what do we import here in India? Unfortunately, we are very backward in technology. So we purchase computers and other technology. Okay, electronic goods, computers also one of the electronic goods. So mobile phones, other technical services, we depend on foreign countries, because as you know that over a long period of time India is not advanced in technology, so we have to depend on other countries. Then comes interport trade. What is interport trade? Interport trade is also known as re-export trade. Interport trade is also known as re-export trade, means purchasing goods from one country and selling it to other country. Simply we act as a mediator. The goods what we have purchased, we don't use. We buy from one country and the same goods are sold to other country. For example, India purchases some medicine from Russia and gives it to Singapore for various reasons. Maybe those two countries may not have the sea route. Maybe those two countries do not have proper trade relations. Like for example, in your classroom, a practical example I can give you. Suppose there are two friends. One friend requires notebook from the other friend, but they both do not have the good relations. They don't know each other. So there is a mediator. So one girl will ask that mediator, can you get the notes from that other girl? So this girl will go and request the notes and will hand over it to the other girl. So similarly here, a country acts as a mediator, means we purchase goods from one country and the same goods are sold to other countries. Example, India purchases computers from Japan and sell those computers, export those computers to Nepal. Nepal and Japan may not have the proper relations. Try to understand my example. Nepal want computers, Japan can sell. So Nepal is not purchasing directly from Japan. India is acting as a mediator. So an Indian trader will buy computers from Japan. The same computers are sold to Nepal. It is called as interport trade. The same is also defined as re-export trade. Means buying goods from one country with an intention of, with an objective of exporting it to other countries. Buying goods from one country with an objective of exporting the same to other countries is called as interport trade. I hope it is clear. So now what we have done today, we have learnt about trade definition. Trade is classified into two, basically home trade and foreign trade. Home trade is again divided into two, wholesale trade and retail trade. Foreign trade is divided into three, export trade, import trade and interport trade. So this is a very important answer and very much useful. 5 marks question. So in next class we will learn a new topic.